improvement in terms of my deen? Am I making 5 times daily prayer? Am I coming for Salatul Jumu'ah? Am I reciting the Quran? Am I, doing dhikr of Allah? So everybody should do what we call muhasabatul nafs. Like, you should do an analysis of your nafs, of yourself. The question is, where do I need improvement? And make a list of all those things. And then in the month of Ramadan, work on making sure that you get better at those things. So for example, if I'm not making salah, then that should be number 1 on my list. If I'm not coming for Jumu'ah, that should be another thing on my list. If I'm drinking, that should be another thing on my list. If I'm gambling, that should be another thing on my list. If when I go out, I can't protect my eyes from haram, like I'm looking at haram outside, then that should be on my list. Then in this month, the idea of Ramadan is, as what the brother over there said, is to purify yourself so that after Ramadan is finished, you are more practicing of a Muslim than where you were 1 month ago. This is the essence of Ramadan. Is that after Ramadan finishes, you are a better Muslim than where you were 1 month ago. Now this obviously doesn't mean that you have to be perfect, but it means that there should be practical improvements in your life. There should be some things in your life that you can say that before Ramadan, I was doing this haram, and these out of the 10 different haram things I was doing, 1 of them I left now. 1 of them is gone. And even if 1 is gone, you can feel that you achieved the purpose of Ramadan. Because no one is perfect. The idea is that you have to try to make yourself better in this month. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He gives us the purpose of Ramadan, He says, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that you may become people of taqwa, meaning you may become people who are better after Ramadan before you started Ramadan. You see practical changes in your life. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about how do you make up for fast. Now there are 2 different concepts that we're going to talk about over here. One is called fidya, and the other one is called qada. Allah says, أَيَّامٌ مَعْدُودَاتٌ. The month of Ramadan are very selected days. These are very a few days. Like, it's only 1 month in a year that, we are required to fast. فَمَنْ كَانَ مِنكُمْ مَرِيضًا. But even in these selected days that Allah requires you to fast, if anyone among you is sick, or if anybody is on a journey, like on a long journey, then it is his responsibility that any other days other than Ramadan he can make up, for those fasting. Now this is called the qada. Now how does the qada work? Now first of all, as you know that in Islam, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to make things easy for us. So let's say for example, like in the month of Ramadan, you fall sick. Now because of that sickness, you are not able to observe the fast. Now it is your job, it is an obligation on you, it is